I have never been more determined than I am today, and I will never back down.
Trump has 26 billionaires worth a combined $143 billion powering his bid to return to the White House. And they have poured $162 million into the effort so far. That's big money backing right there. But flip that coin, and you'd also have 26 billionaires who have a lot to lose if things go left for Trump in this election. In this video, we'll uncover how much these billionaire donors stand to lose or gain, and what might happen to their business interests, stock holdings, and political influence if Trump comes up short. Stay tuned. The first billionaire we'll talk about has been hated, loved, and criticized so many times that it's hard to tell where he stands with the people. Elon Musk.
He created the first major American car company in generations, and his rocket company is the only reason we can now send American astronauts into space. Come here. Take over, Elon. Just take over. Hi, everyone.
Elon Musk most certainly thinks pouring money into Donald Trump's campaign will be enough to carry him back to the White House. Musk is known for his disruption and controversies in multiple industries. However, his highest profile gamble may just be his budding alliance with Donald Trump. While not officially a donor yet, Musk has thrown his backing behind key pro-Trump PACs. Musk had pledged $45 million a month to the Super PAC, though he has since said he will be supporting the group at a much lower level, with no specifics given as of the time of making this video. However, if the former president comes up short in 2024, the Tesla and SpaceX CEO could find himself on the wrong side of history. As an innovator who has already faced backlash, dissent from his customer base could slow certain projects if he's too closely tied to a losing candidate. His space ambitions also rely heavily on federal contracts that may dry up without a friendly administration. While his talent ensures survival, Musk's businesses could suffer setbacks without a continued Trump presidency. The second billionaire on our list is Timothy Mellon. Timothy Mellon may like keeping a low profile, but with over $76 million in donations to Trump groups, far more than any other individual this cycle, he's placed a huge bet on a Trump victory. As an heir to the Mellon banking fortune now estimated at $14.1 billion, his personal wealth may be insulated regardless of political outcomes. However, as someone who also made a substantial amount in the railroad industry, Mellon has significant business interests directly tied to federal policy decisions. But what if he backs the losing horse? As the top donor, the spotlight will be bright if Trump falls short. While the Mellon family's multi-billion-dollar fortune secures Timothy's prosperity, his personal railroad investments remain exposed to political winds. Next on our billionaire list is Donald Trump's closest friend, Phil Ruffin. As both a business partner and close personal friend to Donald Trump,
I want to just thank a couple of friends of mine that are here. The owner of this incredible hotel, Mr. and Mrs. Phil Ruffin, stand up.
Phil Ruffin has put immense stock in a continued Trump presidency. He's donated $3.3 million to the cause already, and also a mutual partnership in Trump's Hotel Las Vegas binds much of Ruffin's $2.6 billion net worth to Trump's political fortunes. If patrons and profits decline due to association with a loser in 2024, Ruffin's investment could take a major hit. His relationship with Trump, cultivated through decades and special occasions like his wedding at Mar-a-Lago, where Trump served as his best man, grants precious access few others hold. But what becomes of Ruffin's influence if that power dries up along with a Trump victory? Unlike financial assets, friendship can fade when the political tide turns. And so, this close-knit bond will face its biggest test if come January, Trump and Ruffin find themselves out in the cold once more. Up next is the Home Depot billionaire Bernard Marcus.
Bernie Marcus writes for Real Clear Politics, and I quote, "High stakes and a simple choice. I endorse Donald J. Trump as the nominee of the Republican Party and as our next president."
At 95, Bernard Marcus has solidified his legacy with Home Depot, which is now worth $9.9 billion.
Why don't you open that store you discussed with me? And so began the beginning of Home Depot.
As one of Trump's earliest big money backers in both 2016 and 2020, he has placed another significant bet on a third Trump term.
Somebody, but the truth of the matter is that if we don't change
the government in this next 24 election,
Yes.
this country
Yes.
is I've never said that before.
And look,
I don't see any way out.
you know, just say what you will about Mr. Trump.
Marcus's $2.7 million contribution this cycle demonstrates his strong support for the Make America Great Again movement.
Impossible is now reality.
Marcus has made it clear that he fully supports another Trump
I
term.
will fight for you with every breath in my body, and I will never, ever let you down.
Now he can only hope that his bet pays off on Election Day. Next on our list is the female billionaire we know very little about, Linda McMahon. Linda McMahon has always lived in the shadow of her husband, Vince McMahon, but she's always had deep business and political ties to Trump, dating back to her time as SBA administrator under his presidency.
The fact is that I've known her for a long time. I knew she was good, but I didn't know she was that good.
As chairman of pro-Trump nonprofits and a board member of his Truth Social platform, she remains firmly embedded in the Make America Great Again movement. But with over $16 million donated to Trump's PACs,
I'm perhaps one of the few people who's been privileged to call Donald Trump a colleague and a boss, but he's also a friend.
McMahon has financially tied much of her family's $3.1 billion WWE fortune to his political success. As with the company itself,
And I know that that's what President Trump wanted. He wanted someone from the business world who understood business to come in and lead this organization.
Now, when did you first meet Donald Trump? We know that he has a long association with the McMahon family. You know, I guess at least on camera it started at WrestleMania 4. But I'm sure it happened.
her tenure there has brought both riches and controversy regarding her husband Vince's alleged sexual misconduct. If Trump fails to regain power, it could damage her influence along with any remaining goodwill from voters tired of his brand. At nearly 75 years old, McMahon has plenty to protect both reputationally and financially.
And he will also offer new tax cuts like no taxes on tips.
She's come too far politically to risk being remembered as merely another self-interested backer of a failed president. The next billionaire on our list is Diane Hendricks. As the wealthiest self-made woman in America, with a wealth of $20.9 billion, Diane Hendricks is less vulnerable than most to downside risks from political swings. However, her contribution of over $6 million to elect a candidate who shares her business acumen views reveals whose administration she sees as most supportive of entrepreneurship.
And I'm living proof that the American dream is possible with hard work and determination.
As the CEO of building materials giant ABC Supply, which generates $20 billion in annual revenue, Hendricks knows that any changes to construction and development policies could impact profits. With Biden's policies frustrating her industry, a potential loss for Trump in 2024 could mean that less business-friendly shifts are reversed. Now in her 70s, Hendricks' legacy depends more on how her philosophy of free markets and limited regulation continues. By closely aligning herself with one candidate through her national convention speech and wealth.
Regulations have surged, and the administration has proposed $7 trillion in tax increases. I know how hard it is to build a company from nothing. And we need a president who understands that too. We need a builder back in the White House.
The Door Lady has disclosed which political wing must stay in power for her vision to endure. Whether America's richest self-made woman can withstand setbacks to that vision remains to be seen. Up next is a billionaire who paid $3.5 billion for a controlling share of the Mavericks basketball team, Miriam Adelson. Miriam Adelson inherited her late husband's huge casino and basketball businesses. These are now worth over $27 billion, but she's also betting big on Donald Trump again. So far, Miriam has given Trump groups $5.8 million to help him win in 2024. At first, she said she might give over $90 million total. But now she may not follow through on the full amount, though. Over the weekend, The Times reported that she and Trump recently exchanged a series of angry texts, during which the former president said her PAC was run by Republicans in name only. Miriam told Trump to talk more about jobs and the economy. Let's hope this isn't what led to the fight. Next is Timothy Dunn, the founder and CEO of the privately held oil company Crown Quest. With a net worth of $2.2 billion, Timothy Dunn can clearly afford the $5 million contribution to Trump's super PAC back in December. What's most noteworthy is that Dunn didn't hesitate to give so generously, even when Trump was pushing other oil executives for a contribution of $1 billion total. For Dunn, the choice to back Trump strongly suggests he believes another term will mean regulations and conditions favorable for Crown Quest's bottom line. Interestingly, Dunn didn't join the Trump train in 2016.
I think JD would rather be in Butler, JD.
It was only in 2020, as public support grew, that he started distributing funds to Republicans. By significantly increasing his donations this election cycle, Dunn has invested a large amount of financial resources in one candidate's success. If Trump loses the re-election, it could indicate changes in energy policy that may affect one of the country's largest private oil operators, Jeff Sprecher and Kelly Loeffler. Kelly Loeffler knows well the immense costs of modern political campaigns, having raised a staggering $92 million in her 2020 special election bid for Senate in Georgia. Despite that record-setting fundraising haul, she still lost to Raphael Warnock in the January 2021 runoff. Loeffler has actually been involved in political donations far longer than holding office, giving big sums to Republicans for over a decade prior to her brief Senate appointment. Together with husband Jeff Sprecher, founder and CEO of the Intercontinental Exchange, which owns the NYSE, they've already contributed nearly $5 million to re-elect Trump. Sprecher's ICE is valued at $1.1 billion. Regulatory and policy decisions impacting Wall Street exchanges are thus important. By bankrolling Trump to the tune of millions so far, they've signaled confidence another term maintains conditions conducive to ICE's success. At almost $6 million given through various channels, including directly funding the RNC convention, Loeffler and Sprecher left no question where their political capital lies. Roger Penske. As the billionaire founder and CEO of the Penske Corporation automotive business empire worth $6.3 billion,
a dream come true for me to have this opportunity given to me.
Roger Penske's success has been built on competitive driving and an entrepreneurial spirit. Despite a history of more moderate Republican donations, Penske's views seem to align more closely with Trump after receiving the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2019.
Today I'm delighted to present our nation's highest civilian honor to a giant of American industry, entrepreneurship.
Since then, he has committed $1.1 million to Trump's 2024 campaign. This sizable donation indicates Penske now sees Trump as the candidate who protects critical industries like automotive and racing, on which his legacy depends. However, that outlook relies on the assumption of another 4 years of business-friendly policies. A lot rides on Trump crossing the finish line first.
I'll tell you what we're going to do, right? We get greedy, right? Now we're going to get greedy for the United States. We're going to grab and grab and grab.
All right, guys, thank you for following so far. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this. See you in the next one.